Wow, thank you. All right. Yeah, I've been doing this show downtown here, and a few weeks ago, a woman's phone went off during the show, and it was sad because she didn't know how to turn off her phone, but she did this very polite thing where she smothered the phone and then made a face like she didn't know whose phone it was, which is sad because it means not only does she not know how her phone works, but she doesn't know how sound works. I'm sympathetic with people who don't know how to turn off their phones because they don't really have customer service for phones anymore. And I realized this recently when I bought a phone and I brought it home. For the first week, it didn't receive phone calls, which in my opinion is the first or second most important feature in the phone. So I called customer service, but they don't really have solutions at customer service. It's more like they're an understanding ear. You know, it's like calling your therapist. You know, I was like, my phone doesn't receive calls, and they're like, wow, that sounds really hard. And I was like, yeah, it is, you know, because I want to receive calls, and they're like, how does that make you feel? And I was like, it makes me feel so bad, you know, like what are you gonna do about it? And they're like, no, Mike, what are you gonna do about it? That's the best case scenario. That's if you get a human being on the phone. Usually you don't. You just get the automated robot. And sometimes they even give the robots human names, which I find profoundly insulting. You know, it'll be like, hi, I'm Trudy. And you know, sometimes I'm kind of half paying attention. I'll be like, hi, Trudy. Wait a minute. But in the moment I realize it's a robot, I go nuts. I'm just like, agent, agent, agent. And it'll be like, did you say 18? Agent, did you say Asian? Customer service representative. Customer service representative? That's not even a word. That's not even a bird. And then they put you on hold, and sometimes there's music, and it's not music that keeps you there. You're never like, oh, this is my jam. You know, it's not the best hold music from the 80s, 90s, and today, you know. And sometimes there's music, sometimes they just hang up on you, which has got to be the worst case scenario when asking someone for help, you know? You're like, hey, I need your help. They're like, yeah, totally. Hey, it's me again. I think we got disconnected. Yeah, I think we just got... They hang up on you. That's happened to me a bunch of times, which I guess means they're doing it on purpose, which means at some point they may have had a meeting where they're like, all right, so we got 10,000 people on hold, and there are 5 of us. What are we gonna do? And then one guy is like, why don't we hire more people? And they're like, you're fired. Now there's 4 of us. What are we gonna do? And then one guy's like, well, why don't we just get a whole bunch of robots and Indians? And we'll have them take the phone calls, and then we'll go golfing or some other 4-person activity. And one lady's like, American Indians? He's like, no, Indians. And one guy's like, Indian robots? He's like, no, American robots and Indians. And someone's like, aren't people gonna be angry if they're just on the phone with robots and Indians? He's like, they're already angry. That's why they're calling. The only way you could make them more angry is if, I don't know, you just hung up on them. And they're like, well, there's an idea. You're in charge from now on. As a matter of fact, you're in charge of every company from now on. And that's the story of America.